You say it's not enough, but Jesus says, bring it to me. Dear friends, have you ever looked at your life and thought, what I have is simply not enough? Not enough money to meet all your needs, not enough strength to face another difficult day, not enough wisdom to solve the problem in front of you, not enough time to do everything expected of you, not enough talent to make a difference, not enough faith to keep going. Sometimes we look at the enormous problems around us. We feel completely helpless. We look at our family problems. We look at the suffering in the world. We see people who are hungry, lonely, broken, and abandoned. And we ask, Lord, what can I possibly do? In Matthew chapter 14, verses 13 to 21, we encounter one of the most famous miracles of Jesus, the feeding of the 5,000. A huge crowd has followed Jesus into a deserted place. They are hungry. The day is getting late. The disciples look at the situation and come to Jesus with what seems like a perfectly reasonable solution. They say, this is a deserted place and the hour is now late. Send the crowds away. Matthew chapter 14, verse 15. In other words, Jesus, there is nothing we can do. Let them go. Let them find food for somewhere else. But Jesus gives them an astonishing answer. They need not go away. You give them something to eat. Matthew chapter 14, verse 16. Can you imagine, my dear friends, the disciples' reaction? They probably thought, Jesus, you are serious? There are thousands of people here. We don't have enough food. We don't have enough money. We don't have enough resources. And then they find a small offering, 5 loaves and 2 fish. That's all. 5 loaves and 2 fish. And thousands of hungry people. From a human point of view, it was ridiculous. It was hopeless. It was not enough. But here is the great lesson. What is not enough in your hands can become more than enough in the hands of Jesus. The life of Mother Teresa gives us a beautiful example of this truth. When Mother Teresa began serving the poorest of the people in Calcutta, she did not have great wealth or enormous resources. She did not have a huge organization behind her. She began with something very small. One person, one act of love, one hungry person, one abandoned child, one dying person. Her work eventually touched millions of lives around the world. But she expressed a simple philosophy of service. If you can't feed 100 people, then feed just one. Think about that, my dear friends. She did not say, if I cannot solve every problem, I will do nothing. She began with one. And this is precisely what Jesus teaches us in today's gospel. The disciples saw 5,000 people. Jesus asked them to look at 5 loaves and 2 fish. The disciples were overwhelmed by the size of the problem. Jesus was looking at the possibility of a miracle, and perhaps that is exactly what happens to us. We look at the enormous problem. Jesus looks at the small thing we are willing to surrender. What are your 5 loaves and 2 fish, my dear friends? Perhaps today you are saying, I don't have much, but Jesus asks, what do you have? You may not have a lot of money, but perhaps you have a little time. Give it to someone who is lonely. You may not have great education, but perhaps you have wisdom gained from your life experience. This powerful gospel reflection, my dear friends, reminds us that God does not ask us to give what we do not have. He asks us to surrender what we do have. Your little time, your little talent, your little kindness, your little prayer, your little love, and your little faith. When placed in the hands of Jesus, your little can become a blessing for many. Perhaps today you feel inadequate. Perhaps you think you don't have enough to make a difference. But remember, you may not be able to change the whole world, but you can change someone else's world. Don't wait until you have more. Don't wait until you are perfect. Start with what you have. Start where you are. Give it to Jesus and trust Him with the rest. If this reflection, my dear friends, touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Your subscription helps us spread message of faith, hope, and God's love to more people. Tell me in the comments, what are the 5 loaves and 2 fish in your life that you want to place in Jesus' hands today? May Jesus bless you, strengthen your faith, and remind you that your little can become a miracle in His hands.